testing your limits.
I'm gonna kill Aquaman and destroy everything he holds dear. I'm gonna kill Aquaman and murder his family. I'm gonna kill Aquaman and burn his kingdom to ash. I'm gonna taste Aquaman's blood. I'm gonna kill Aquaman's family. I'm gonna destroy Aquaman's kingdom. I'm gonna murder his family. Even if I have to destroy the planet to do it, I will avenge my father. Even if I have to make a deal with the devil.
Yep, we're finally here. The end of the DCEU. What a... It was surely an event, or just a thing that went down in our history. It definitely existed. What I'm trying to say is, much like the infamous dodo bird, most know that it did exist. Did it contribute much to society, history, or the ecosystem at the time, or overall? No. No, it did not. And if no one really asked you about it, or if no one really mentioned the subject in passing at the office water cooler, you might damn near forget that it even happened at all. Yawn. And while I'm sure I'll probably come out with a video or two talking about the DCEU as a whole because frankly, the wasted potential, fractured upper management, lack of cohesive decision making, first draft level of planning, blatant miscast, off-the-field scandals, mismanaged funding, and overall shit stain on a screen that the DCEU was overall in regards to the Hollywood landscape for the better part of a decade will go down in history as one of the dumbest and failed Hollywood risks of all time. Hopefully there can be some good to come from that. Only time will tell with the new James Gunn vision. What I can say is with the little vision I have left after watching Aquaman 2 is that this is not it. Aquaman 2 The Lost Kingdom is the epitome and fits the theme of what I just laid out beforehand of what the DCEU represented as a whole throughout the entirety of its lifespan. Another weak and forgettable entry that doesn't really do anything to make you angry or think to yourself, I'm watching a bad movie that no one cares about or doesn't have any structure, while in the same breath, not having any true redeeming qualities that stick out to you by the time the end credits roll around. A movie that I like to call the date quota. A movie that you take your girl out to fill in the date quota for the month that you can actually kind of tolerate and say, this is alright. And I think the tone, box office, and this review is definitely going to reflect that. So let's just get into... The plot is pretty much what I played out for you in the cold open, following the events of Aquaman 1, and don't worry if you don't remember that movie, much like 2000's anime, think Naruto or Bleach, we get a classic 10-minute recap of the first film, fit to the wonderful narration of Jason Momoa and glued together with actual scenes from the movie. It's like a little combo piece, a 2-for-1 deal. Man, maybe I should knock this movie up a notch. Anyway, much like what Black Manta screamed at me and the audience, following the events of Aquaman stealing his brother's kingdom, his girl, and his life, God, this dialogue is so cringe. Black Manta is still set on revenge, even if he has to make a curse with the devil, which is exactly what happened. In this case, the Flying Dutchman from SpongeBob, or the ghost from Lord of the Rings. Pick your poison. With the inconsistent power scaling in this universe, Black Manta stumbles across an old Atlantean artifact known as the Black Trident, forged and wielded by the Flying Dutchman, or brother of the first king of Atlantis. Defeated in battle and sealed for an eternity, Black Manta is promised greater power and revenge on his greatest foe, all with the trade-off of just releasing the seal. Yeah, sounds good, mate. Meanwhile, Aquaman is a total incompetent fart and recruits the help of his brother Orm and save myself in this movie with the only bearable character. Together, the two go on a safe and cliché journey about family, loyalty, and the differing ideologies that come together in regards of what it means to be a king. Man, I feel like I am giving this movie way too much credit. Can we just move on to... Okay, so it's safe to say, and no, I'm not gonna butcher this brother's name, but Black Manta should obviously be our next king. This dude is built like an absolute unit and looks like a menace. I know your schedule just freed up a little bit, bro. Make that call real quick. But that's enough Marvel for now, or I'm gonna give myself an aneurysm. Overall, for me, Black Manta was the highlight of the film. Not the most relatable character in the franchise, but a character that actually had a semblance of a character arc, and I didn't feel as if he was miscast in the role, so that's a plus as well. Much like in the first Aquaman movie, if you remember, the fight scenes were still pretty much top tier. Maybe it's because we don't get a lot of water movies, or I should say high octane action movies in the water. But again, the effects and CGI are nothing to laugh at. The choreography when it comes to the hand-to-hand combat sequences are genuinely one of the best aspects of the two films that you can actually try to remember and actually stick in your brain for 10 minutes after leaving the theater. Definitely better than any of the uninspired and brain-dead lightsaber fights in the Disney Star Wars era. But Patrick Wilson's King Orem is still the star of the show. No matter if it's the actor playing the character or the character himself, throughout the movie, with the help of Arthur, Orem actually gets a grip and realizes the error of his ways in regards to his prejudiced thinking, as well as sticking to the majority of his morals of how to run a kingdom, bettering himself as a man in order to be a better king. Again, an actual character journey with character growth. He doesn't really mention the fact that his girl left him for his brother, which is definitely pretty weird and would piss me off for sure, but I'm sure as most of us could say, because I don't think I'm in the minority here, Jason Momoa is a likable dude, a likable actor, but this is just a miscast at its finest. I'm no liar, and I'm not going to claim to be an Aquaman fan or someone that has read his comic book run. This man talks to fish. I couldn't have been less interested as a kid. But when you're adapting media into cinema, no matter whatever source material pulled from as inspiration for your adaptation, the audience at some point should be able to link and relate this actor to this character. And never once, either in this movie, his first movie, or either of the Justice Leagues, did I buy this actor as this character. And while that doesn't fall solely on the shoulders of Jason Momoa or James Wan, as mentioned before, the overall wasted potential, fractured upper management, lack of cohesive decision making, first draft level planning, and again, blatant miscast was the true downfall of this franchise and universe overall. I can't confidently tell somebody to go watch this movie unless you're filling in the date quota. And in reality, I'm kind of happy for all of the talent involved now that they don't have to worry about any more forgettable projects like this in the future. It's for the betterment of everyone involved, the talented actors, the talented director, and for us, the audience. And it goes to show that Aquaman 2: The Lost Kingdom was yet again another forgettable movie in a forgettable universe. Of course, as always, I want to thank you guys for watching the video, and if you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. The year is coming to an end, and I figured out how I'm going to structure the greater awards this year. So subscribe and look out for that. I should say follow me on Twitter. I started a whole new account for this channel, so I'm going to start promoting that more. Again, I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you did enjoy, why not click on more while you're at it? Otherwise, that's all the words I got for you today. Bye.